If I have a chance to sit with the Waziri of Adama, I would say to him, sir, he might know a little bit better than I know Tinubu. Sir, you've done your bit. You've held up the democratic process. You represented it well. Your name has been written in gold. You've been persistent. It's time to yield the ground, to yield the position to a younger person. Don't run.
Even Atiku?
Yes, play the father role. Find good younger person. Actually, the truth about it is that if PDP were to field a younger person, more capable, somebody with less skeletons in their cupboard, somebody with less liabilities, age and health and everything, believe me, they will take APC to the cleaners.
Hakeem Baba Ahmed is right. Atiku Abubakar should retire and become a kingmaker. He can support a younger candidate to succeed. He can back a younger candidate with all his structures, both in the north and the south, so that that person can win and Nigerians will thank him for it. But Atiku Abubakar is seeing a chance. In fact, right now he's seeing the best chance in his life to become the president of Nigeria because of Tinubu's performance in office, which has been very woeful. If there's a word that is worse than woeful, that's exactly how Tinubu has performed. And the reason there are many ifs and buts in all the political permutations and analysis on the 2027 presidential election is because Nigeria's system is not fair. The election is always rigged to the favor of people in power. In fact, all the agencies of government, they all work together because they are united under corruption. Those that are not among them, they have a price. Once that price is met, they will simply work against the constitution, against the people of Nigeria. This is talking about all the workers, ad hoc workers of INEC during elections. So these are the issues. On the other hand, if Nigeria's system is fair, there is no election rigging, anyone can get justice once the person is innocent, Tinubu wouldn't even contemplate implementing his poverty-inducing policies. Yes, because he would be aware that that would automatically mean that APC will lose power in 2027. It wouldn't be an argument. There wouldn't be ifs and buts. But we are operating a failed system, a system that is rigged against any outsider. That's why people make analysis and they want to sound correct. That's why they always give room for ifs and buts. So Atiku Abubakar is basically banking on the fact that there is no way to campaign for Tinubu in 2027. Many Nigerians can see that he is very incompetent. He has made the situation worse. So it's unlike the last time when they marketed him based on Muslim ticket. And many people in the north fell for it because they are religious people. They forgot the fact that man needs to be alive first before practicing his religion. That time, many Muslim clerics openly campaigned for him based on Muslim ticket. They were able to convince millions of people to vote for him based on that alone, not even competence. Even the fact that he built Lagos, which was a blatant lie, it remains a lie till today. Many people didn't care about that. They voted for him based on religion. And before 1 year into his administration, many Muslim clerics in the north openly started expressing their regret for campaigning for him. So it won't be easy campaigning based on Muslim ticket. Like Hakeem Baba Ahmed explains here, that it's not going to be about the north, that they will focus on who is competent in 2027.
The North, I think you're likely to be, many people will be surprised. You will not see this language about, it has to be a Northerner this time. You won't get that kind of rhetoric. It has to be a better person this time. That will be the language. We want to see someone who has either worked for the North or will work for the North, and the Southeast, and the South-South, and the Southwest.
This is a strong awakening. You see why sometimes it is nice for people to experience bad things so that they can learn from it. If people don't change after experiencing bad things, then they will never change again. And in 2027, Nigerians will see if many Northerners have learned from their mistake. Part of the reason most Southerners see the North as being incompatible with them, especially in culture, the way they approach politics, is because they always talk about North. During the presidential election of 2023, they were only asking candidates what they would do for the North, as if North is exclusive of Nigeria, as if they exist differently from Nigeria. They were supposed to be asking candidates what they would do for Nigeria, how they would turn around the fortunes of Nigerians so that everyone can benefit, because we are all Nigerians. But all the time, they are so selfish in their approach, they don't even hide it. They keep talking about only themselves as if others don't exist. This is why some Southerners are in support of what Tinubu is doing. He's sacking Northerners from positions they've held for many years and putting his own people. The support is based on the fact that they see it as justice is finally being served on the Northerners. It doesn't still make it right. Until equity, justice, and everything is done based on merit in Nigeria, Nigeria will never develop. We're all fighting between ourselves. Everyone is talking about what he can gain, what his people can gain. No, that's not how to develop a country. In the beginning, Tinubu shouted, Emi Lokan, Yoruba Lokan. He's doing exactly what he said, and he sees it as his turn, the turn of his people to enjoy the trappings of office. That's not development. Development means everyone, the son of nobody, getting to the highest pinnacle of his career without knowing any godfather anywhere, just based on merit. And that merit is what Nigeria is lacking today. If you don't put a knowledgeable person in charge of a parastatal or an agency of government where he will use his knowledge to bring about change, you won't get results. In Nigeria, a professor or a knowledgeable or smart person who has the experience is put below a dumb person who doesn't know anything. The dumb person is there because he has political connections. How in the world can Nigeria develop when decision makers, who by the way are there not because they are intelligent, they are there because of political connections not based on merit, they make fellow dumb people bosses over professors and other smart people who are expected to be answering him sir every morning? How in the world can you develop this way? Look at other countries. They all developed by appointing people based on merit, people that are very knowledgeable in their fields, wherever they can be found, especially in the diaspora. You need to bring these people back home, make them bosses of many agencies of government, and you will see Nigeria change overnight. So influential Northerners must change their thinking. Government doesn't exist for them alone to be taking advantage and passing jobs within themselves and their associates. No, all government jobs need to be advertised so that qualified candidates can apply for it. These are supposed to be amended when a new government takes over from the APC because Nigerians are suffering it. When you place unqualified individuals in positions, you get what you pay for. Yes, they can't give what they don't have. This doesn't apply to appointments alone. It also applies to elective positions. If you elect people that are not qualified, they don't know the job, then you get what you pay for. Yes, Buhari is a huge example. Many Northerners and other Nigerians truly believed that he could do better than he did in the 80s. And he proved them wrong. He not only failed the people, he failed the entire Nigeria and Africa. Yes, imagine someone that couldn't handle security. A retired army general, he could not stop insecurity in his own state. All he was doing at the time was appointing people from his state to many positions in the federal government. You can't say that Katsina state indigenes are more qualified than people from other parts of the country in the fields they occupied under Buhari's administration. No, Buhari did it because he believes that he should use his position as the president for political patronage, especially to his people, rather than using his position to change Nigeria so that Nigeria will work for everyone. If he was able to solve insecurity in Katsina state, that today there is no terrorism, kidnapping in Katsina state, the state will be more productive than it is currently. That means everyone in the state will be benefiting from the peace. But no, what we have today is like a war zone. There are many communities in Katsina state that are deserted. The government is not in control in these communities. This is a state that produced the president. Today he's living in Kaduna instead of his home state of Katsina. Yes, it's understandable that he used to live in Kaduna state, but charity should begin at home. You see, governance isn't hard. It's just that most Nigerian politicians are preoccupied with the wrong priorities. Just like what Tinubu is doing currently, he's busy politicking and working towards 2027 instead of facing governance. Yes, we still have 2 years to the presidential election. Why not face governance? If truly you think you have performed, prove it to Nigerians between this time to the election, and maybe Nigerians can genuinely change their minds. Yes, it's entirely possible. But no, he's focused on proving to the North that they can't do anything, that he will win without their support. That's why he's targeting rich states in the south, where they know they might sponsor the opposition. States like Delta State, which is very rich, River State, where he declared state of emergency. There are rumors that Sim Fubara, when he returns, they will all decamp to APC. All these states used to support the opposition, even under Wike. So if they now decamp to APC, all the funding that would have come from them to the opposition will go to APC. So practically, he's trying to make sure the opposition doesn't get any form of funding. Nigerians must wake up and understand they must fund everything by themselves. It's like they are fighting for independence, despite the fact that their brothers are the ones leading the country. Yes. In conclusion, Nigerians everywhere, including Northerners, must take 2027 seriously. Getting into 2027, you will see narratives being spread by APC. They will target Northerners with the fact that if they vote another candidate from the South, that person will do 8 years and they will be out of power for 12 years. In 2027, everyone just needs to focus on the best candidate. No matter the party you belong to, if you're a patriotic individual, you must vote for that competent person. Yes, don't even bother about whether the person will spend 8 years or not. Just vote for the most competent candidate in 2027. That's the only way this country can be redeemed. If you fall back on religion, political expediency, on other issues, we'll remain where we are. We'll be turning around in circles without achieving something new. Thanks for watching.